Yo, what's up guys, Mr. Operative HU here, bringing you guys a commentary on how Call of Duty was killed by camping. So we're going to start with the initial game where camping sprung up at its most popular time. This is Black Ops 1 in the background, so obviously it'd be Black Ops 1 right after MW2. So MW2 had a bunch of crazy explosives and danger close, noob tubes, AC-130s, all that fun stuff. And then we came to Black Ops 1, which pretty much had Ghost and a bunch of high kill streaks, and mostly people saw Ghost rather than high kill streaks. So how Ghost affected it is in the perk description of Ghost. It says you can hide from enemy spy planes, and then Pro you can hide from I believe it's sentry guns and other automated turrets. But the reason this killed is because it doesn't say you're hidden while moving. So I can sit in a corner or lay down in a bush and be hidden completely. So how this relates to the gameplay is I'm trying to rush, and this is TDM, like there aren't fixed spawns in TDM, or at least I don't think there are. And since we have two people anchored in our spawn, sitting there waiting for people to run over there and kill them while I'm in our spawn, nothing's getting done. They're literally just spawning in the temple. And it kind of creates two fronts, like how in World War I people battled in trenches, like at the Battle of Verdun. And people battle in trenches, and you basically have two fronts. This is pretty much what's happening in the game. So I'd imagine that the front is that big kind of dip. You'll see me run into it, or it's left of the bridge right here. If I were to turn left right there and just see a complete, just that huge ditch with the kind of potholes in the rock, and then you have Pride Rock next to it, that's pretty much where the front is. Because the enemy is over here in the temple, and then they're in the village. We are over in the smaller village by the bridge that goes across to the other shack by the village, and Pride Rock and the ammo dump and that. So this is pretty much what's going on in the game from people camping. Now I don't think it's more their team camping, I think it's our team, because you'll see in the gameplay that they always run out of their spawn and run to the village and try and maybe push up towards Pride Rock, because on the minimap I've seen them flank around to the 4 enemies in the back. Sorry, I meant 4 friendlies, but you'll just see this in the gameplay, and I mean, I think it really killed Call of Duty, because then you don't have switching up spawns, and I think you'll see later in the video, yeah, I mean, it's just about right here. I'll kill him right out of spawn, and it gets kind of ridiculous. Ooh, can't get me laying down, man. But on a side note, hopefully you guys enjoyed the new intro and outro I got, but yeah. See, I'm just killing them right as they run out the temple, and just right here on this path, and that shouldn't be happening probably, because I mean, or at least constantly throughout the game, and camping also makes these TDM games take longer. I edited this down to 4 minutes from a 9-minute game, and that's all I was getting the night I recorded this. I kept getting in 9-minute games, and it was really weird. Because this is what people do. They just camp with Ghost or sit in their spawn with their friends, and it really doesn't make any sense. Because then you don't have spawn switching and all this other fun stuff. And look, I'm on a streak and I got shot in the back. That's what two fronts of war will do to the Call of Duty. It will just make it so you have one spawn. It's like demolition. Like when you're being spawn pressed in demolition, you can't switch out of the spawn unless they literally stand on the spawn point. Otherwise you aren't getting out of it. And look, I can just sit by these barrels and pick them up. And it's kind of ridiculous because just a second ago, all 6 of them spawned in the temple. And you just have those 2 guys again sitting in the ammo dump, one on Pride Rock and one near the shack. And really it's just so unfair, because I mean, they should be spawning over there. They shouldn't spawn over here the entire game. And look, this is also what it does. When I press from behind, since they didn't move, I'm going to get people spawned from behind, and I'm going to die. That's why people get so mad when, people spawn behind. But anyways, guys, I skipped to the end of the video because the rest of the gameplay wasn't that great. So here, just kind of a cool final kill cam by us. We won 75 to, I think it's 40. Not sure. But yeah, that's the commentary for right now. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Operative, out.